Hi, this is Ishio, and welcome back to the Pirate's Fate. We are on a new route. Darius is dead, Morgana is now captain, and Leko has changed. He's now a very large dude, so let's go on a new adventure. So there's a temple I want to visit. It might have what we're looking for. A temple? Sounds boring. Leko, is everyone awake? I thought it was just me. Speaking of that, I'd better make sure that Tam Tam isn't trying to steal anything. Aren't you tired, Leko? How long has it been since you last slept, anyway? About 3 days. It's tough trying to pretend everything's fine around Morgana. But not with me. Okay, what's the truth? What's really going on? Whenever I try to close my eyes, I see Cersei's face. We both have something in common, Leko. Nobody asked our permission. We weren't asked to be brought on board. And we certainly didn't ask to be changed. But Cersei said that what happened to me wasn't what she planned. Why do you think I didn't become a wild animal, like the rest of Cersei's victims? I thought about that too. Maybe it's because you had a coin on you. Your coin activated instead of hers. So she couldn't control what was happening, because you were. Become what you seek, right? But just because I got what I asked for, doesn't mean I got what I wanted. Sure, I look strong, but on the inside, I still feel afraid. Look, what happened to us might not be what we wanted, but we've got to keep going. It's not like we can go back in time and prevent all this from ever happening, right? I'm sure the crew will understand. I suppose you're right, but I still feel bad about it. Suck it up, wow, you're still you. This doesn't have to mean anything unless you want it to, though. What do you mean? I know inside you're a kind and gentle person, and if you're still being the same person on the inside, then it shouldn't matter. But other people will treat me differently, won't they? It doesn't have to be all bad either, does it? Suppose standing up to Morgana was fun. On the other hand, it's a little depressing to think that I'll only get respect from people by scaring them. Leko, you don't scare me in the least, but you always have my respect. Thanks, Mila. I appreciate that. Okay, so Leko's processing his new circumstances. He got changed against his will. Okay, okay. Yeah, we've been here before. How dare you speak so disrespectfully of such a holy place? Holy? That's a laugh. It's just empty old ruins. I'm gonna prove it. Excuse me? Is this the temple of Osterley? It sure is. Osterley, the goddess of beauty, was worshipped here thousands of years ago. I'm Joanna, latter-day attendant of this shrine of miracles. Let me assure you, travellers, that there's no such thing as miracles, okay? You're a skeptic, I take it? Even better, I'm a professor. You certainly don't look like one. Oh, so eager to judge others on their looks, I see. Angie's the name, and I'm going to debunk the rumours about this place once and for all. Which isn't possible. What are you babbling on about now? How could you ever debunk miracles? If you witness one, you're a believer. And if I don't? Well, you might have just come on a bad day, right? You can't prove there won't be a miracle tomorrow. Have you ever heard of a more egregious example of fallacious reasoning? What now? We'd love to stay and chat, but we kinda got some business inside the temple. You mean you want the tour? That's not what we meant, no. I'm happy to show you inside. Okay, let's get this over with then. Oh, Osterley would be most pleased. Of course, one of you's gonna have to stay and say their prayers outside. Which one of us are you talking about? The wolf man. Wait, you're not letting me in? Why not? This temple is all about prayers for beauty. It was believed that the ugly and the monstrous weren't fit to stand in her sight. Don't you see a contradiction there? What contradiction's that? Well, your precious goddess forbids you to help the people who are in most of need. I mean, I'm sure the goddess helps those who help themselves. If that's the case, why have a temple at all? Look, if ugly people were allowed in, it wouldn't be exclusive anymore, would it? Everyone that's tried so hard to be pretty, well, they'd feel like they wasted their effort if just anybody was allowed inside. He's not ugly, can't tell you what to think. What about when you get old? No, you're rude, fuck you. You're just one woman, your opinion doesn't matter. Leko's looks don't depend on your approval. Thanks, Mila. My opinion doesn't matter? Then, why bother disagreeing with me about it? Sounds to me like what I say does matter to you. The stupid temple's probably boring anyway. I'm just gonna go back. The hell you are, Leko. I order you to enter the temple. I'll die before I let the temple be defiled by the ugly. Wow, there's a line. As you wish. We're the Dread Pirates, and we're not gonna let... Oh yes, the mighty Morgana. She certainly needs Leko's help, doesn't she? No, but it's the principle of the thing. So you'd rather our strongest crew member join us here instead of protecting the ship because you're so principled? Fine, Leko, stay with the ship. But Joanna, I'm not going to forget this. Nor should I forget you, so pretty and yet so mean. I've never seen that combination before. If they're going in, I'm going to come as well. Fine, you won't find what you came here for anyhow. Okay, here we go. Leko's been kicked out though. He's not allowed to come inside because he's been deemed not pretty enough. Okay, sure. How many of these unusual statues are there going to be? Beauty was the highest virtue among these noble people. They believed by praying and giving offerings they might be blessed with divine looks. I pray here every day, hoping to be granted the goddess's favour. And yet every day she doesn't hear you? I'll pretend I didn't hear that. And now that you're here, you really should pray to her. Only with her blessing can we look our best. You could all enjoy a good prayer or two, if you know what I mean. All of us? Okay, I happen to think I'm pretty blessed as it is, darling. Well, you're quite lovely, but your eyes do look a little bit tired. Hey. Enough with the chit-chat, where's the coin? Coin? Oh, you mean the necklace? Legend holds that a distant traveller, a zebra spellcaster of great renown and wonder, visited the temple and placed a necklace on the statue, saying it was only to be sought by those who are worthy. Which sounds a little bit like you-know-who. The wizard? I always thought she was a reptile. We're going to need to borrow that coin if you don't mind. Everything in this room is a sacred artifact. You'll do no such thing. Coins put the temple at risk. Let's settle the miracle debate. We're the Dread Pirates. I mean, we already want to beat her up, so let's go for it. We're the pirates, yeah? Nobody stands in our way. Goddess, please do something. Stop the dreadful pirates. I say go ahead with your little caper. What a fitting end to this place, to be plundered by thieves. Why not fire a few cannon blasts into it on your way out? Trust me, I'm thinking about it. Okay, now all we need to do is find a way to grab the damn thing. Already done. I'm simply going to climb up and retrieve it. I've climbed since before I could walk, you know. I'd be more impressed with the demonstration than the tall tale. If only more people shared your skeptical attitude.
Seeing it up close like this really makes you wonder.
Wonder what?
Even if this statue was intended to be of a goddess, it was likely modeled after a real woman. Who was this woman? Why was she chosen? What was her life like after the statue was carved?
You just wish it was you, don't you?
Well, who wouldn't want a legacy set in stone? Who wouldn't want to be the envy of the world? Who wouldn't want their beauty to be compared to the divine?
Okay, it's Tam Tam slipping. Not good. Oh shit. Yeah, she fell with a proper splat. Okay. So she got the coin though, which means she's changing. Lots of magic in this game. Yeah, she's certainly a bit bigger. Oh my god. Oh my goddess. What happened to me? You look just like the statue. Oh really? Here I was thinking I turned into a turnip. What I meant was, how could this happen? I'll tell you how. It's a miracle. You've been blessed by the goddess. That's impossible. You saw it with your own eyes. What more do you need? It's not a miracle, it's just... What was that noise? The door's closing. Are we stuck? Oh, yeah, it's completely blocked. Please tell me there's another way out. Ordinarily, no. What's that supposed to mean? There's no physical way out of here, but there is a metaphysical way out. This isn't going to end well, is it? We just witnessed a miracle. All we need to do is pray to the Chosen One, and I'm sure we'll be fine. You don't mean you're going to be praying to... Come on, everybody, let's pray. I mean, nobody else seems to be into it, you know? Nothing happened. Maybe that's because not everybody's believing with all their hearts. Professor Angie, you have doubts, don't you? Of course I've got doubts. Then you're the reason why we're stuck here. I intend to keep praying until the goddess grants us another miracle. You do that. Meanwhile, I'll be examining this place, looking for a real way out. Okay, now what do we do? Be careful what you wish for, right, Tam Tam? But I didn't wish for it. Oh, how I'd love to look like a goddess. But I didn't say that. The wizard certainly must have heard it. You know, it's kind of funny. You'll pardon me for not laughing. No, it's just that at the time, I thought what happened to Mila was pretty tough. But compared to you, she got off easy, really easy. All she did was put on a few pounds. She didn't have to turn into a love goddess. I still don't understand. I have my own gods and goddesses that I worship. They do not look like this. Well, we're in their temple. It's their standard of beauty, right? The coins say become what you seek. They have a strange power to remake us. I saw what happened to Leko, but I thought that was Circe's doing. Where'd I put that coin? I wish I was back to normal. No response. Nope, nothing. The coins work in mysterious ways. Perhaps we can figure it out later. Right now, we've got to find a way out of here. Obviously, the crazy one is going to be no help. Which one's the crazy one again? The one that wasn't expecting a miracle? Very funny, Tam Tam. Maybe Leko will come and check in on us and realise what's going on. Good grief, our survival's resting on Leko's shoulders. Given the size of the shoulders, that thought comes as quite a comfort, ironically. Okay, so what's going on? I've searched the area. There's nothing. There's no way out. More good news then. Why not tell me what's really going on with your friend here? It has to do with the coin, right? How does it work? Well, we don't talk about our business with strangers. Well, you're going to have to provide some kind of explanation. If this gets out, people are going to come flooding to see this place. So, there won't be any more miracles once we take what's ours and leave. But there will be people like this Joanna promoting the message of the temple, seeing beauty as the highest virtue. How pathetic's that? Oh, I wouldn't say it's all bad. Would you rather worship beauty or bloodlust? Bloodlust, obviously. Yeah, thanks, Morgana. Alright, pardon me for forgetting who I was speaking to. Can you hear me? Oh, it's Leko. I saw the door shut and, oh, thank God we're getting out of here. Don't thank God. Thank the goddess. Just like I predicted, our prayers were answered. Leko, we're fine. Just help us find a way out, please. I think I can lift this stone a bit. Okay, Leko's going to bust us out. He is not a goddess. He's our little hero in need. Gonna help a bunch of people out. Okay, we are through. That's as far as it's going to go. Can you try and squeeze through? There we go. Mila's out. Morgana is out. And I've forgotten their names already. And that one as well. Joanna, was it? Oh, Tam Tam's stuck. Yeah. Of course I'm not stuck. The walls are kind of just giving me a bit of an extra long hug. Tam Tam, what happened to you? Did you have some kind of accident with a coin? Well, how'd you guess that? Hey, we're just trying to help. Stay right there, you brave girl. I'll do everything I can to make you comfortable. How about a snack? Yeah, put on some more weight. That's really going to help you get unstuck. Let me try lifting it a bit more, okay? Come on, Leko. The stone won't budge. What are we going to do? Dig her out. Use oil to grease her. Fire cannons at the temple. Abandon her. Wow. Dig her out seems like the most reasonable one. Greasing, really? Sounds funny, let's do it. We've got oil for the lamps on the ship. We could get some of that and then lubricate the shaft, so to speak. Don't you think you should ask Leko's permission first? That's not what I meant. I meant someone should rub oil all over you and the hull. This is sounding worse and worse. You're not making it sound better, Mila. Okay, let's think of something else. Okay, let's dig. The only way to do this safely is to try and dig around the passage to widen it, but we don't have any tools. Then we'll just have to go back to town where we docked. Going back into town? Aha. You're abandoning me, aren't you? What are you talking about now? You're just going to leave me to die here, I know it. Don't just walk off into the sunset and lie to me. If you're going to abandon me, say it to my face. If you're so afraid to stay here by yourself, I'll have Mila keep you company. Happy now? Much better, thank you. Leko, you're with me. When Joanna returns, you got to disabuse her from this notion that you've been blessed. People tend to believe what they want to believe, don't they? You got to try. Given your status, maybe you can convince her not to promote this belief anymore. Why is it so important to you? You don't understand. I didn't just come here to debunk any old rumour. I came to make sure nobody ever promotes this terrible religion. Joanna thinks beauty is a gift from God. But in truth, it's more of a curse. Beauty ensnares the senses and clouds the minds of men. It corrupts objectivity and nobility. It feeds lust. How can a woman cursed with beauty ever trust the opinions of others when that beauty has poisoned their minds? How miserable you must think bakers are. Bakers? Oh, woe is me. I can never trust people's opinions of my pies. Hunger has poisoned the minds of my customers. I'm not sure I follow. Of course you don't, darling. Don't think you're safe just because you're leaving. Our own society isn't too far from this one, is it? Just imagine about how other people are going to think about you when you go outside. What am I saying? How could you ever go outside like that? At least without changing into a more modest outfit. So I'm supposed to wear something more modest so a stranger doesn't take a gander at me? What if I want him to look? If you look like that, nobody's ever going to take you seriously. Joanna seems to take me very seriously, thank you. You know what I mean. What about Leko? Shouldn't you be telling him to wear more clothes? When there's a temple full of giant statues of men who look just like him, I'll think about it. Sounds like fun. Maybe I'll have to found my own religion someday so I can build such a place. If I ever founded a religion, I'd preach the virtues of chastity and the sins of lust. All those terrible thoughts, those visions of sensuality that dance in the heads of others, they all cast black marks on your soul. You will have to answer for them in the hereafter. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Angie, I thought you didn't even believe in magic. Tam Tam's been blessed by a goddess. How dare you tell her to feel shame? Look, both of you, I'm not a sinner and I'm not a saint. Joanna, I was transformed by a magical coin, not a miracle. I don't expect you to believe me, but it's just a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences. It was fate that brought the coin to the temple, and it was fate that you were chosen to be an emissary of the goddess. Without Leko, all of us would still be trapped in the temple, and yet you didn't even want him to be let in. Maybe fate is trying to teach you a lesson in irony. How's this for irony? I prayed for so long, and yet the one who receives a blessing from the goddess can't even appreciate it. Damn, I should have waited until after she served the wine before telling her off. Nonsense. You did excellent work. You turned her own delusion in on itself. She's not the only one with delusions, darling. What are you implying? I'm a highly respected scholar. Well, you were right about one thing. My beauty certainly is inspiring some dark thoughts. I'm glad you finally come to your senses. Only problem is, those dark thoughts are all coming from you. Have you lost your mind? I was trying to protect you. You told me what to think, feel, and wear. You told me I should feel shame for my lack of commitment to your little crusade. You were the only one who suggested there was anything wrong with what happened to me. There's nothing wrong with beauty, and there's nothing wrong with lust. They're what make the world go round, don't they? If you can't see that, it's your eyes that are the problem, not my body. There's just no reaching you, is there? That's it, go away. So when are you taking off, darling? It seems today I'm not good company. Look on the bright side, Tam Tam. At least we learned some valuable information about how the coins work. I'm just glad the crazy twins are giving us a breather. I thought they'd never leave. They certainly were unusual. The only thing unusual about them was how honest and open they were. How many others think like them and just keep their mouths shut about it? Hell, Morgana and Leko are probably having a good laugh about it as we speak, right? Proven wrong. Crew knows the truth. You have the last laugh. Beauty is unjust and unfair. Wow. Trust the crew. They know the truth.
No matter what you look like on the outside, your inner beauty will make itself clear to those you know you best. Look at Morgana. When you first came on board, she wanted to make you walk the plank, but today, we all came together to help you. It doesn't matter what lives in the hearts of strangers. We know who you are.
Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But thanks for the kind words, Mila. Okay, they're back. You certainly took your time, didn't ya? We're here, aren't we? That's more than what you expected of us. Let's just get to work. Okay, we're gonna cut Tam Tam out and get back to the ship. Here we are. These coins have certainly done a number on us, haven't they? First Mila, then Leko, now Tam Tam. We're barely recognisable. Is something crazy going to happen to me when we find the next one? I hope so. Then maybe you can learn a little bit of empathy. Empathy? Oh, come on. One of these transformations is like having a peg leg or a hook hand. You just have to grin and bear it. Nothing I say is going to make things any better. Well, I can't argue with you on the last point. If anything does happen to me next time, I'm sure I'm going to tough it out better than anyone. Lead by example, right? Speaking of a next time, Mila, meet me in the captain's quarters. Okay, let's head inside and have a little bit of a chat. I started looking through the captain's diary. He wrote down this island along with the name of someone he knew, Leprand. Seems like he's our best lead. Darius has been dead for months, and you're just now reading his diary? Well, yeah, what about it? You must be stupid. Well, you must really miss him. You certainly took some time in looking at the diary. What's that supposed to mean? Do you miss him? You can tell me. It feels weird even to stand in this room without him. It felt even stranger going through his things, reading his thoughts, like I'm messing with his privacy. I know he's not coming back, I know that, but yeah, I do miss him every day. I obviously didn't know him as well as you did, but I miss him too. This Leprand fellow is supposed to be a collector of rare artifacts. Anyway, if Darius thought a coin might be there, that's good enough for me. We should reach landfall in a few... Squall's coming. Rig the storm sails. Okay, it's all going on. Here's a storm. Tam Tam, get port. Mila starboard. I'll steer. What's taking so long? Having a little trouble rigging? Of course not. Let's face it, neither of you really have the body fit for this, do ya? If only there was someone on the ship who did have such a body. Right, sorry Leko, I sometimes still think of you as a shrimp in my head. Could you do the honours? Of course, I can do one sail in each hand. Show off. What did you say? I was just saying it's totally fair that you got the muscles while I got to be the embodiment of the goddess of beauty. Yeah, real fair. You want to switch places, buddy? Because, you know, shut up, both of you. Haven't you learned a thing? The last time you talked like that, the coins were listening. Just imagine if they actually granted your wish this time around. I don't think that's exactly how the coins work, but that's actually fairly accurate for Morgana, to be honest. Who knows how those things work? All I'm asking is for you to all try and learn from your mistakes. Is that too much to ask? No. Good. That was actually really diplomatic of Morgana, probably the best leadership I've seen her do. Okay, so I think that will probably do for this gameplay. We are off to visit Leprand. So we will see you then. This is Usho signing off, and hopefully I will see you next time.